The world of 1914, a time of modern technology, culture, and fashion. Truly the height of civilization. Let's have a war. And they were building a big sexy navy that was making the British uncomfortable. And suddenly everyone was pretty eager to beat each other up. So the Archduke goes into hiding, leaves Sarajevo, and the whole war never happens. Except no. Who shoots him? Hey Britain, you got my back? Britain is like... maybe? And then we all speak German and eat Pfefferpottast every day. The US President Woodrow Wilson sees himself as a bit of a Jesus figure and spends most of the war trying to get everyone to just hug it out. But there's all yay Germany. But now that they're committing atrocities in Belgium, they're less enthusiastic. Let's play Spot the French Soldier. Did you see him? Easy, right? Hey Austria-Hungary, can you get on top of that? Oh yeah, sure, we've got this. Nope, in the Middle East. The Ottomans then came back and said, whoops, looks like we're at war now. The Middle East was full of oil, and Britain wanted all of that oil. Got drunk, which is a bad thing to do in Afghanistan. No chemical weapons, no killing civilians. Basically, don't be jerks. The Germans held a meeting and decided to be jerks, to make all of Bulgaria's wildest dreams come true. It's 1916, and a lot is happening, so they didn't try that again. And then they got pounded. After a brief national schism, helped lead the Arab tribes in a revolt that wreaked havoc on the Ottoman supply lines. There were mutinies in the French army. Who was going to break first? And the answer was Russia. Mad that a crazy magic homeless guy was calling some of the shots and overthrew the Tsar. Then a few months later, the Bolsheviks overthrew the new government. It was in fantastic shape and was dangerous to the Germans. Goes saying, wouldn't it be crazy cool if you guys attacked America? The world learnt its lesson and never had such an awful war again. For about 20 years. He was an artist, a butterfly enthusiast, and he had an unpublished manuscript about aliens. On Skillshare, he would find courses in fashion design and garment construction. It's 1902. This gets him in a bit of trouble with the Swiss police, so he gets arrested, set free, returns to Switzerland, is arrested again. He rioted and got arrested, and he protested Italy's involvement. But then he thought, wait a minute, he was pro-war, so they kicked him out of the party. Bold. Make me prime minister, or I'll make me prime minister. And the king said, you and what army? This army. Fair enough, and spanked the hell out of them in Munich with his boys. And then he got arrested. He believed he was Germany's great destined savior. Anyone else want to be friends? Franco? No? You good? I do. Rest of the world for over 200 years, until the Americans showed up and said, you're gonna trade with us, and you're gonna like it. I said, hey, cut that out. Okay, I guess we'll just go home. Wait a minute, what are you doing? Taking advantage of a weakened China and setting up spheres of influence. But I was the one who weakened them. We know. And you guys didn't let me have anything. We know. That seems unfair. We don't think so. Okay, see ya. But screw this. So here's the situation. And he pimped up his army. Hey, I want that thing. And the Allies would say, you can't have that thing. Okay, you can have that thing, but no more. I want that thing. And repeat. We're gonna give you what you want. Really? Yeah. Just like that? Yep. What's the catch? Just sign this piece of paper promising you won't invade the rest of Czechoslovakia. Okay. Continuation of world peace, and we built a statue of Chamberlain in his honor, and every day on the 30th of September we celebrate Chamberlain Day. Hitler's invading the rest of Czechoslovakia. What? You lied to me. What do you expect? I'm Hitler. Fantastic. Allies really had to put their foot down. The vague, and the troops were rarely inspected. That they could please stop exporting iron ore to Germany. But this request was refused. No. Then Churchill, who had a slightly different approach to dealing with the Germans, had wanted to place troops in Belgium, but Belgium had refused. Blitzkrieg and wrecking a bunch of ships. He was furious. Have balls of steel. Self in the foot there. Just the foot for now. Their military alliance even closer together. Heck no, we aren't going to join the Germans, and they all as Europe's soft underbelly. I will not send any young Americans to die in Europe. And sitting President Franklin D. Roosevelt said, I will also not send any young Americans to die in Europe. Unless I have to. Then I might. And Roosevelt won. No can do, Winston. But you know what? Here, have some weapons. And then he pulled out a gun and shot some wood and it shattered. And then he shot some pikecrete and the bullet ricocheted off it and hit someone else in the conference room. That's a really dumb idea. Hey, Soviet Union, look out. But he dug his head in the sand and it got cold. Stupid cold. Can we please dig in for the winter and wait until spring? No. Keep going. But oil is literally freezing inside our vehicles. That's fine. Keep going. We're having to leave the corpses of our frozen horses by the side of the road so we can still find our way in the snowdrift. Perfectly normal. Keep going. Stalin called in troops from the Siberian front. Germany's victories were staggering if he could stand up to the US and the UK. So they, even though he totally didn't have his, and take all the oil. Hitler got cocky. A butt ton of tanks and aircraft. You stay. own fascist Grand Council and was toppled from power. Hitler wasn't surprised, meaning mud, super crazy massive, the likes of which the world has never seen before invasion of Europe, and the beaches were nice. There was a Frenchman handing out champagne. Well, I'm gonna do the exact same thing. Again, and try to pound them. They want to surrender? No sir, they want us to surrender. Nuts! And that's what they said in his bunker. Hitler realized all hope was lost. Between the two of them would create a new kind of war. A very, very cold one. Wow, Churchill, that looks just like me.